The United Nations has condemned Israel for the severe damage inflicted on the Jenin refugee camp in the West Bank. Israeli forces have continued their siege, leaving residents without essential services such as food, water, and electricity. In Gaza, the situation remains dire as Israeli bombardments have resulted in at least 61 deaths in the past 24 hours. Palestinian health officials stress the need for a genuine ceasefire to successfully carry out a polio vaccination campaign amid ongoing violence. Amidst these developments, Israel's military has recovered the bodies of 6 Israeli captives from a tunnel in Rafah. The relatives of these captives are calling for mass protests against Prime Minister Netanyahu's government. Hamas has blamed Israel for the captives' deaths. The conflict has resulted in significant casualties, with at least 40,738 people killed and 94,154 wounded in Gaza. Cyclone Asna has weakened into a deep depression now situated southwest of Ormara and Gwadar, with rough sea conditions persisting. The Pakistan Meteorological Department advises fishermen in Baluchistan to avoid the open sea until tonight, while those in Sindh can resume activities. Rain is expected in Karachi and other parts of Sindh on Monday and Tuesday. Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, heavy rainfall and flooding have claimed 59 lives, primarily in the northeastern regions of Feni and Kumia. The monsoon rains have affected 5 million people across 11 districts, with about 300,000 still in emergency shelters. Although floodwaters are receding, aid is urgently needed for those displaced in India. Above average rainfall is forecasted for September following surplus rains in August. While this could harm summer crops like rice and cotton, it may benefit winter crops such as wheat and chickpea by improving soil moisture. India is a major global producer of wheat, sugar and rice, and the government has already imposed export restrictions on these commodities to manage domestic supply. These curbs may be extended if significant crop losses occur due to the ongoing rains. In Ukraine's Kharkiv region, a Russian-guided bomb attack killed 2 people and injured 10, including children, according to Governor Oleksiy Lyubov. The city has endured repeated strikes since the start of the invasion in February 2022. In Russia, Moscow reported thwarting a major drone attack, with Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin confirming the destruction of a Ukraine-launched drone near the Moscow oil refinery, which suffered no damage. Additionally, Tver Governor Igor Rodenya noted the downing of 5 drones over his region. Russian state news agency TASS also reported a complex fire at Moscow's oil refinery. Independent media outlet Mediazona estimated over 66,000 Russian military casualties in Ukraine as of August 30th. In diplomatic news, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg supported Ukraine's right to self-defense in its Kursk border region operations. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has pressed the U.S. for permission to target Russian military sites to mitigate future attacks. Polls have opened in Azerbaijan for a snap parliamentary election, the first since its control of Nagorno-Karabakh was restored last year. Voting began at 8 a.m. local time and will close at 7 p.m. Over 6.4 million people are registered to vote, including in Nagorno-Karabakh for the first time in 30 years. Azerbaijan's National Assembly election, for the Milli Meclis, is expected to maintain the status quo. President Ilham Aliyev's New Azerbaijan Party currently holds 69 of the 125 seats in parliament. The Musavat Party and Republican Alternative are the main opposition groups, with 34 and 12 candidates, respectively. The election was advanced by decree from its original November date to avoid conflict with the upcoming COP29 climate talks. Observers, including the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, are monitoring the election, with preliminary results expected on Monday.